toss out to the pack. It is Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
In today's video, the 9th roster update has not come out yet. The problem is it usually comes out every 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since we've gotten one because of the All-Star break. It kind of broke into it, and so like players, I think they're waiting for people to like solidify who they are after the All-Star break before they do a roster change, which makes sense. So I'm expecting it to come next Thursday. So I'm doing my kind of like wish list prediction video of who needs an absolute upgrade. I'm doing that right now. Before the video starts, if you like rating stuff, if you like roster stuff, join the pack and subscribe and leave a like on the video. It helps videos grow. Let's get the video started. James Harden. I'm going to immediately say that right now. James freaking Harden. So I'm not going to mention the stats in this video because I think most of us kind of know what's going on lately. James Harden has been immaculate ever since he joined the Sixers, getting a lot of free throws done and helping Joel Embiid get a lot more free buckets, right? Opening up the offense. He's already one of the best playmakers in the NBA after the last 10 games, one of the better scorers. It's just, he's playing out of his mind and showing us that he really is this good and that the Nets were just holding him back. I'm just keeping it real. And Tyrese Maxey also absolutely needs an upgrade. He has been the third best player on the 76ers, period, ever since this trinity has joined up. So Tobias Harris either needs to go down or Tyrese Maxey needs to go up. Absolute changes need to happen immediately. Now for the Chicago Bulls, by the way, if I skip a team, it's because they have no one I think that's worth talking about. But Nikola Vucevic, I think DeMar Levine arguably could go up, but I think Vucevic has been consistent and very good, and I think at least needs a little tip of the cap, +1 and +2. I think he's, again, this team has been riddled with injuries and inconsistencies, but the consistent low-key has been Vucevic, and he's been playing very well, and I think he deserves that nod. I think he does. You know, I already wrote this name down, but now imagine what I'm about to say on crack with Jason Tatum, because Jason Tatum is playing out of his mind, and that was before today. Today he just dropped 54 points on Kevin Durant, but for the past 10 games, he was averaging like 38 points or something crazy like that, and they've been winning out of their mind, and they lost Jaylen Brown for a couple games, and they're still doing that. The Celtics are scary lately. They're playing very well. It could be, adding Derek White. A great defender is a big deal, but Jason Tatum's been one of the biggest reasons. He's playing like a 90 overall easy right now, but he always does it after the All-Star break, but still, he deserves an upgrade, like no question. Clippers, I've had a problem with Amir Coffey being the best player on this team rating-wise for a while now, because these three haven't been playing because they're injured. The best player on this team is Reggie Jackson. He's been the best player for the whole season. He was an amazing player in the playoffs last year. He was inconsistent for the beginning of the year, but he is the best player. I mean, he's the scorer. I mean, you could say it's also Marcus Morris, but Reggie Jackson's the best player. And this last stretch has really shown why that's the case. He deserves it 1,000,000%. So give him at least like a 79, even an 80 overall, just to make him the best player, because he is the best player. Okay, y'all are gonna think I'm high. So there was this talk the other day about how John Moran being a 92 overall is kind of crazy how high that is, and maybe he shouldn't be that high. And I'm actually going to say that he needs to be even higher. I want to mention the stats. Last 10 games, he's been averaging 33 points on like 58% from the field, and he drives a lot against centers. And this is one of the best teams in the West. And when you look at this roster, no offense to the rest of the roster, they're not as good compared to Ja. So clearly that means that Ja is carrying this team very hard into a great playoff position in the West. He's a 93, maybe even a 94, and an MVP candidate. He needs to go up now. I don't care if it's ridiculous. He's playing like that. For the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero. So Jimmy Butler's actually been having a pretty poor stretch offensively, just clarifying, for the Miami Heat. And yet they're one of the best teams in the East. Bam's also been kind of iffy scoring-wise. And Tyler Hero's been averaging 23 points. He is the leading scorer for the Miami Heat, and they're one of the best teams in the East. I know it's crazy to say tying with Bam, but tying with Bam. I'm not going to talk about this one too much because, no one cares about the Kings. No offense, Kings fans, but they're just kind of bad this year. But De'Aaron Fox needs to go up. He's been playing like the best player on the team. Domantas Sabonis is an 87 overall, so I don't know if you'll want to lower Domantas or higher De'Aaron Fox, but something needs to change. I know the Knicks suck, but I just want to say RJ Barrett has been playing out of his mind, averaging 25 points in the last 10 games. He needs to go up, but to be honest, this team is bad. Lakers. So, LeBron James. I'm not saying he needs to go to 97 overall because that would make him tied as the best player in the NBA. However, he's been playing very well. and this Lakers team is struggling. But to be honest, look at the rest of the roster. That's why they're struggling, so no surprises there. But LeBron James is still trying to force his team into a playing situation when they have no business being there because they have not had Anthony Davis all season, essentially. And yet LeBron James is finding a way, as he always has, as one of the greatest of all time is doing so. He's still in his prime somehow. It's insane. For the Mavericks, Luka Doncic, ever since they lost Porzingis, his usage rating has been skyrocketing, right? Because, I mean, who else is going to score the ball? Even though we'll get into that in a second. But Luka Doncic's rating needs to go up to a 96 at least. At least, bro, he's insane. He's putting up video game numbers right now. It's dumb. And then Spencer Dinwiddie, he has been given the chance to actually play the game of basketball that he likes. Unlike he was with the Wizards. The Mavericks are actually giving him a chance and making it look like the trade for Spencer Dinwiddie was a good idea. And I'm going to say an 81 overall at the moment, and he might go up, to be honest. You know what? DeMarcus Cousins, as a 75 overall right now, is blasphemous because he's only playing 14 minutes and averaging 11 points on crazy efficiency and like 7 rebounds in 14 minutes, and he just got a chance to start last night and played amazing. Give him a 80 overall at minimum because that's who he's always been. It's just that this is the first time in a long time he's not injured. That's just the reality. A pretty big one on the Pelicans. CJ McCollum needs to be the highest rated player on this team. This Pelicans team is looking nice out of nowhere. Even though I just want to say, I did say that they were going to be nice. No, CJ McCollum. I'm not trying to take. I'm just saying. I said it. I called it. But CJ McCollum's been the best player in the last couple games. And now that they're going to get Zion back pretty soon, that's scary. I'm just going to say that now. Quick mention of the Spurs because we suck. Keldon Johnson's been playing very well. Maybe he should go up even just a little bit, like an 82, 83, but still, that's it. Okay, Cam Johnson not being in the 80 overall club is idiotic, and that needs to change yesterday. Another one that's really annoying is Anthony Simons has still not gotten an upgrade at all, carrying this Blazers team for no reason, and no one's talking about it, and it makes no sense to me how he's not like an 86 overall. Because he's been playing like that. And it's been a while since he's been playing like that. And it's the fact that he hasn't gotten a rating change is crazy. It's crazy. That's everyone. I know that was all over the place. One, I guess, honorable mention on top of my head is D'Angelo Russell maybe could have gone up. But, like, besides that, that's it. I think this roster update is going to be one of the bigger ones in a long time because it's been a while and it's after the All-Star break and people are playing a lot better. I think we're going to get pretty big upgrades, like +4s in this roster update, which is exciting. But let me know which players you want to see upgraded. And if you like the channel, please give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.